Welcome back to another episode of Uncut and Uncensored by Caroline Stanbury. And today we're on my balcony because you guys have chosen Coffee with Caroline to be so popular on YouTube. I decided to give you the same vibe, the same feeling, and I want to give you a catch up. So catch up with Caroline first before we go into the full thing. What have I been up to? Well, first of all, today I'm joined by my two dogs, Chloe and Taz, which all of you will be aware of by now. They both think they're lap dogs. Second of all, I'm joined by my husband, but he'll come in later.
I want to say hi to everybody.
You look like a bit of a fuck boy today. Why?
That's exactly my point because it's on Valentine's Day.
Oh, God. And he gave me the most mummy glasses that I own, which I'm not really sure why either. But I look terrible today, and I'll tell you why as well, because this is one of my catching up with me, and this is one of my beauty tips for you. I just went to do salmon sperm. So salmon DNA. Salmon DNA is the closest DNA that we have as humans to ourselves. And all the celebrities are doing it. So my husband doesn't even like me to take a headache pill. So when I came out of the doctor just now and you saw about 150 needle points over me, he almost had a heart attack. So he Googled salmon sperm all the way home, then saw that Jennifer Aniston's doing it, Kim Kardashian's doing it, and everyone's talking about it. And now he's over it.
I feel like my sperm will have so much more potential in your face.
Are you okay? What is wrong with you? Ew.
Okay, keep going.
Ew. And don't act like that hasn't happened before either.
Okay, keep going.
Mum, Dad, if you're listening, I'm sorry. Okay, so anyway, one of the best beauty things I can definitely tell you about. I absolutely love it. I'm going to do it on my stomach. I'm going to do it on my knees. Tightens skin. It improves elastin, collagen. It just makes your skin, everything glow. These ridiculous little spots. I don't know if you can see them. I did it on my hands. Do leave in about an hour or so. And I don't know, Sergio. What do you feel about all these crazy things I try?
I mean, I'm very against everything that you do because I believe you have to get older natural, and I love that. But also on the other side, I see how amazing you look, and I'm like, oh my god, these things actually work. So it's kind of like it's just a balance a little bit. So a bit difficult for me, to be honest, to say. I really hate see you with all these needles and all these things, and wake up in the morning and take like 75 injections in your tummy. I'm like, oh my god, what is he doing?
Because I'm doing the peptides. Those are the injections in my tummy. I do growth hormone. I do GHK. I do testosterone, I do progesterone, I do estrogen, and what else was the last one? Oh, I do copper.
The problem is with all these things, I think it has to be a balance because, you know, when you start taking everything, then you get so addicted and it's very scary and dangerous because then...
When you become a 48-year-old woman, we'll discuss it.
Honey, I understand. I'm not going to becoming a woman, first of all, and 48, it will come soon. But let me tell you...
Everyone's waiting, actually, everyone's waiting for you to leave me anyway as soon as I get old and wrinkly. You're only here for the money, let's face it.
What money?
Can't be the sex.
There's no money.
We have a pretty good life, honey. We have a pretty good life.
Okay.
As we were lying by the pool yesterday, you know what the nice thing is that a girlfriend of mine that just literally called me now and she still can't find a job. And I was just thinking, God, we're blessed. We're really blessed.
So blessed.
We are sitting on our balcony. Yesterday we were lying by our pool and we work from home. Like we all joke.
And we had the most amazing night of sex ever. So it's just pretty good, to be honest.
We did, actually. And that's the testosterone. So thank you to my peptides.
I know, I understand, honey, but I want you to always keep the balance between, let's say, you do it for 3 months and then you stop.
You can't just stop and come off that. And by the way,
you do it for your
ladies, I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you are not on testosterone, and I know most of you aren't married to a younger husband, nor do you want to be. And listen, there's ups and downs to being with an older man or a younger man. You drive me nuts with your jealousy. An older man will probably drive me nuts.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Stuff.
And
yes.
you drive me more nuts. You are the most complicated woman in the planet. I don't even know how I handle you. You are difficult as nobody.
Yes, because I know what I want. That's the difference. And you just want to keep me like boxing Helena in a box with no arms and legs so I can't go anywhere or do anything just in case I look at somebody else.
No, because I've never met a woman in the planet that literally says hi to men, literally like un vampiro in the neck.
No.
Like
okay,
literally,
so
you just go to the neck, stop talking, honey,
I
yes.
like men better than women. And all my friends are boys, that's the thing. And the thing is, they do anything for me. He thinks I'm the prize. That's what's so funny. You think I'm the prize.
Honey,
we live in Dubai. I'm not the prize, darling. No one's looking for a 48-year-old with 3 children. They're looking for a 24-year-old to fuck in the back of... Look, I don't understand what...
Honey, you
what
don't
you
understand.
think
You're
I
a hot mummy, baby. You
darling.
are a hot mummy.
My friends are my age, a hot mummy. They're not looking for a hot mummy. They want a young girl.
I know, but you just
You're just the weirdest thing ever.
No.
There's no one else. You don't see every other young guy walking around with a 48-year-old.
You love the flirting. You love the playing around. You love going back to back. Literally, it's like it's crazy. Every time we go out, she just loves like the engaging, the looking. This, I'm like, is that my wife? What is she doing? I'm like, and I used to do that. I'm literally the best at it. Like, there is no one better than me because that's why I got you. But I stopped doing it because I respect you and I love you. But I can easily go back when we go out. I will give you a test. Next time we're in a restaurant, I will say, look at that woman.
You're the worst.
I'm just gonna do that.
You're the worst flirter. You're not a good flirter.
Are you kidding me? I'm the best at flirting.
Don't compete with me, honey.
I'm competing.
So I have these. They're all my friends, and he just can't. You just can't. You want me to be.
No,
all
because
yours.
wait. Let me just say something. So now Caroline got used to saying hi, moving her cute little bum to people through the back. So literally, she just goes and starts like wrinkling like a real like rabbit. I'm like, what is she doing? You just done that to like maybe this weekend. I don't know. I counted maybe like 8, 9 men. I'm like, why?
Why are you counting?
Because I was just looking. I was like, this is so weird. She just goes and she doesn't even do it to me.
I don't do anything to you because I'm running away. What did I say? So we I had the best weekend ever, by the way, just so you know. Like, sometimes in life when you work as hard as all we do, I think it's so much fun to have the wheels come off. And I had a girls' afternoon, which he managed to come to. But
no, that was not a girls' afternoon. That was meant to be a day by the pool. All the time it was just only women, and I ended up there, and I politely left you girls a little bit.
You.
No, she was so annoying. Literally the whole time she was like, "Oh, I'm enjoying so much this girls' night, this girls' evening. Like these girls." I'm like, "Okay, you see, and directly telling me that I need to get the fuck out of here."
Yes. I thought I was directly telling you in the nicest possible
You
way.
did it, yes, because that's why I left. Thank you.
Yes.
Like, if you don't know my wife, she's a fucking horrible human. Literally, they are nice. So I understood now how she works.
Girls talk differently. Girls talk differently with girls. How am I going to discuss your penis size if you're sat next to me?
Holy, shut up. Why you need to talk about my penis size?
That's what girls do.
Talking about the husband's penis size?
We talk about all that stuff.
Okay, great. I don't do that with my...
No, I know you don't. Men
friends.
don't. Please don't.
I mean, I do it a few times, but...
Do you?
Not really.
Yeah, no, I can't see you.
Okay, so let's talk about some Valentine's Day. That was the podcast was about.
Okay, so I did the podcast last week that you will have heard by now about the cons. Let's just call it the cons of the cons of Valentine's Day. I am married to the most romantic man on the planet who thinks Valentine's Day is the best fucking day of his life.
Valentine's Day, it is the best of the year. It's the day that you declare love to the people next to you, to your wife, to your family, to your friends, and you have always to celebrate that.
Friends, what friends do you wish happy Valentine's Day?
I call my friend, I'm like, bro, happy Valentine's. I don't do that. But it's to just say happy Valentine's to your family, your mom, dad, sister.
No,
it's a beautiful day.
You like to call your mum and wish her, and you're just very weird, Sergio. No one gets as excited.
Honey, let me tell you something. Listen, don't talk. There is people that they get not even one time I love you during the whole year. You know how sad is that? You know how terrible is that? You should be so lucky and so blessed that you get I love you.
I think that's actually my point.
75 times a day.
I think that's actually my point.
But 1 second. But all those people, they should just show love to the people around them. It doesn't have to be a girlfriend or boyfriend or husband or wife.
Can you imagine? Let's just take everything aside. Can you imagine if I was remotely like you? We wouldn't even be able to get out of bed because we're too busy gazing at each other all day and telling each other how much we love each other.
That's a good point. That's why I love you and that's why you are attracted to me.
Yes. So be careful what you wish for, darling.
No, I had that before and I hate it. But you wish for someone like me and you got it, so you should never take it for granted.
I may have wished a little hard. I got the age wrong, and I could have done with, like, a little less of the smothering, but yes.
Wait, did I get everything right? Wait, my other 20 years older, fucking horrible as there's nobody. I mean, I can start counting. So no one got it right, no one got it wrong. We love each other, let's just put it there.
I mean, the fact is we work well. It's okay. But I am going to work on my girls' nights. I've made that
Oh my
clear.
God, she keeps going on the girls' nights,
going
baby.
on girls' night just because I
Chill
have to now.
out. She just likes to win every competition. Like,
Well, I'm
she
gonna
just needs
win.
to do it. I know you're winning, kind of. Just chill out.
I'm going
But
to win.
my question is, why do you hate St. Valentine's Day?
Oh, I don't know. I had years, I suppose, when I was at school. Maybe I didn't have a boyfriend, and I remember that feeling because the entire school's waiting around the room to get a table to get the cards. Or I just think, I've been at dinners where you're just like, when you were married or when you're in long-term relationships, that you really wished you weren't there because literally it was not a great relationship, and so you have to sit at this stupid dinner table with somebody that you've got nothing left to speak to about, and you just wish that you weren't there, and it's 10 times more expensive. And I don't know because I don't like this whole like surprise thing. You cover my eyes, we go to a dinner, we sit on the beach, then I'm like, it's just like, I don't know, you're like that every day of my fucking life. Why is that so different?
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
And you have to be honest.
Yeah.
How was St. Valentine's Day in your previous marriage?
Oh, that's not fair. At the very beginning, it was great. Just, when we would go away or whatever, like it was nice. But then when you're at the end of your marriage, it's not great, is it?
What
And
trigger inside
actually-
you to hate it the day?
Not that. But let's just say when you're at the beginning of your relationship, it's really exciting, right? It's like going on a date. It's like really fun, and you get dressed up, and Valentine's Day's here, and you want to see what they're getting. Even forget maybe being at the end of my marriage, even when you're like 7 years in and you're like, okay, it's just another day.
We're 7 years in and it's the most beautiful day of my life. I'm actually really looking forward to it. It's the best day because we are celebrating the love. We are celebrating something
But
unique
when
that we
do-
have.
I don't understand, Sergio. When do you not celebrate the love? And why does this day trigger you into becoming a romantic moron?
I'm not a romantic moron. Like, I celebrate St. Valentine's Day every day in a little way with
Every
details.
day.
For example, in the morning coffee, I like to
Yes.
put her a rose or like a little
Yes,
flower in
yes.
the coffee. But that's just
No, but it's
me,
beautiful.
who I am.
That's amazing.
But St. Valentine's
so
Day,
why is St. Valentine's Day so important to you? You do this every day.
because it's a
you literally
beautiful
do this.
day where you can actually really show each other love. And I'm expecting from you
Oh, God.
just not even nothing because I'm not expecting anything. I'm fine. But at least something coming from your heart, which could be just even a note saying, fucking love you. Just anything. It could be anything, but just at least something. I don't want a present. I don't like materialistic things.
Oh, my God.
I want more special and romantic with your heart things.
Taz?
No, Taz is horrible to me. It doesn't count.
Oh, okay. Oh my God, I haven't even thought about Valentine's Day. The pressure. You see, there you are again. What day is it?
There's
today?
no
How
pressure.
many days till Valentine's Day?
There's 3 days left.
Oh my God, I haven't done anything.
Oh my God. Nothing?
Nothing.
Oh my goodness.
I forgot it was even coming.
Oh my God.
Oh, God.
So actually, we are going because for me, the anniversary date and St. Valentine's Day is should be a day where you have to make it special because it's just so boring if not life.
Hang on, why did you get dressed up as a fuckboy today? So what is the point?
I'm not a fuckboy. It's just who I am.
Oh, I thought you said you wanted to dress up.
I might look different to you because I feel attractive to you or something, but but I didn't. But the point is, I dress up a bit of a fuckboy because, it is just, we have to celebrate the love. We have to just make it special. And I think that's what it's all about. It doesn't matter if you are single, if you have a girlfriend or wife. It's about just being grateful for who you have near you to show them love.
Well, I
That's-
made that point. I think we should take the pressure off couples and make it about everyone.
It's not
It can
couples,
be about your
baby.
children. It can be about your
100%. My mom, when I used to be single, my mom used to bring me a teddy bear always, my whole life.
You and your mum are just too weird for me anyway.
Maybe share it with my mom, honey.
No.
Like it's a normal thing. Maybe
not a normal
your mom had you in the tummy. She put you out. Then she loved
Yes,
you.
she put you out, darling. You'd crawl back in if you could.
100% I would.
Yeah.
No, because I will not be able to live life, so
Yeah.
it will not happen. But it's a beautiful thing to do. Your mom just giving you, just a teddy bear or something. I mean, I don't know. You're just so fucking weird with your kids, with your family. Like you don't talk to them. You don't even know where your father is now.
I do. I
In
know
England?
I know exactly where he is. Yeah. I could probably tell you which chair he's in too. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, he emails me from time to time.
Time to time.
Which is so funny because if anyone knows me, I never really check my emails. It's got to be on text. So WhatsApp. Anyway, I do think.
Don't you think it's beautiful to just wake up on some Valentine's Day and just, have something excited to look forward to?
Darling, between you and my children, and by the way, I'm extremely blessed, and I do think about this because I am such a tough woman. I have the kindest children, the kindest husband, and dogs that literally cannot live without me. So, I have a son that says, I love you every day, all day long. I have a husband that can't go to bed without, he actually, the sweetest thing about Sergio, and even though, sometimes he irritates me for being too clingy, loving me too much, is he, in his sleep, just goes, I love you.
What?
You do.
When?
In the middle of the night.
I'm sleeping.
Yes, you're sleeping. You don't even know.
There's no way.
On my life.
So you were telling me that while I sleep, I
While
just
you sleep.
literally just wake up and say, I
Yes.
love you, honey.
Yes.
What? Okay, you need to film that.
No, I mean,
There is
okay.
no way I do that, honey.
Swear on my children.
I mean, actually, I have to say, Caroline has a beautiful, beautiful love side that it comes out very rarely, not often. But for example, last night came out. It was 4 a.m. in the morning. She just woke up. She
I
just
had a
wanted,
nightmare.
she just wanted to cuddle, and she just was like literally in a love bombing to me, and it was so beautiful. And it was just because she had a nightmare that someone was trying to kill her, and I'm like, what is she saying?
No, I was running from someone.
And it was just a beautiful way to just have a conversation at 4 a.m. in the morning, both of us just looking up, and then she was just telling me,
But
and
then
I didn't give a
forgot
I really didn't give a shit about it, but it was just so beautiful to just listen to her.
It was nice because I'll tell you what, that is something very special about you. So, I had a nightmare. It was really weird, and I don't really get them very often. So it's like, I think when you wake up with a shock and you just check your partner's there, and of course I found him. And then what I do
I was
love-
there, honey. I was there.
You were there. And what I do love about Sergio, and what I really appreciate about you, since we'll go into some nice things, is that it was 4 a.m. And I have been in relationships, as I'm sure we all have, where, you've wake someone up and they're like, oh, don't you just woke me up. Now I can't go back to sleep. Oh, for fuck's sake. You have that kind of thing. You never do that. Like, you actually woke up, gave me a cuddle, and asked me what my dream was about, which is very sweet. That was cute.
Thank you, honey. I think that's amazing thing, something nice coming out of you. I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So, what role does social media play in shaping perceptions and expectations in Valentine's Day? What do you think about that?
Well, I think it gives unnatural expectations. I think if you watch Instagram, everyone thinks they're getting an $11,000 Chanel bag or an Hermes Birkin for Valentine's Day, which is fucking nuts. In back in my day, it was, a rose and maybe some chocolates from the garage.
But for
Now
me, it's not about that, honey.
No, but you just asked me what social media
Yeah.
does. That's what social media has now made it. That if you're a man and you're looking at your girlfriend's looking at social media, she thinks she's getting a fucking Chanel
Very
handbag.
100%. Agree. And for me, honestly,
Actually, do you think that's why you've ended up with an older woman? Like, do you think that younger men are scared of young girls?
No, there's no way. That was not the reason. I'm not scared of younger girls, but you guys are so much more interesting. There's so much more, because you live so much more life, so there's so much more to look forward to because of your experience. So we can learn a lot from you girls. And that's something that I think that's one of the main reasons why a lot of younger men, they date or ended up married younger women because of that. But for me, for example, talking about us on St. Valentine's Day, I don't see any value on bringing you like another Chanel or anything. You have everything. Like everything you look forward to, you have it. So for me, it's more about making the effort to do something special. Like it could be anything, It could be just spending 20 minutes creating something or writing something. I think that's where the value is about.
You know what's really nice about where we are today, and Sergio and I are today, is we don't really do gifts anymore for each other. We want something, we buy it. There's no problem with that. But we don't ask each other really for anything anymore because we're so content. Gifts aren't really part of our lives. Do we
100%.
do it at Christmas? We don't even give
Not
one at
really. I
Christmas.
mean, just little things. But I mean, I think it's just more about, I don't know, like making surprises and little things. And if she wants to get me something to get it, and vice versa. But I think talking about some Valentine's Day, I think there is a bit of a problem on how couples can communicate their expectations and their desires for some Valentine's Day, understanding what is gonna satisfy them. What do you think about that, and how can they navigate that?
Well, got a story just like that. My ex-husband bought me Which for the rest of the world, by the way, and I do understand as I say this, most people are going to take his side, 100%. He was amazing, but I have such expectations or had expectations. You think the guy is going to be the mind reader. And my ex-husband bought me, we'd been married quite a long time, he bought me a Louis Vuitton bag. I'll never forget it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was purple. And you remember the shiny LV ones?
You hate it.
Fucking loathed it. Loathed it. And instead of being nice...
No, but that's you, actually, honey.
I burst into tears.
That's really you.
Don't
like,
take his side too.
I'm taking his side for once. I'm taking Caroline Stanbury ex-husband's side. That's how terrible
We
it
actually
is.
like each
Because
other now.
she's done it to me. Like, I will never forget, I booked the most amazing suite in the place where we got married. Raffles the Palm. We get into the lobby, we're walking, I'm so excited. I've never done that in my life. I covered, I don't know how many balloons. There was maybe 3,000 balloons, letters everywhere, roses. The whole room was covered and it was a big room. I get in, literally, Karen just didn't want to be there. Somehow, something twist on her head, literally opened the door, she goes in, and then she closed the door. And she left me in the fucking lobby for, 2 hours. And I was like, what is the surprise? And she ended up crying.
That wasn't the question. First of all, I have made it abundantly clear. There is something about me, and if any of you are out there, I'm sure 3 of you, a million of you are going to go, oh, she's got this, she needs therapy. Something about me that doesn't like surprises. Any surprise. Doesn't matter how good it is. The fucking Chippendales can be airlifted through my door to give me a private striptease, and I'll probably still end up in tears. So it is just something, honey, about the surprise element. Having said that, you still surprise me every fucking year. Every year we fight. Every year.
It's so good, actually. I have to say, my St. Valentine's Day is the best day of the year for me, but it's actually always starts with the fucking worst nightmare of my life. We start with a fight, ended up crying halfway, but then at the end, there is always a happy ending. Not that happy ending, but there is always a happy ending. And it's always so much fun.
He's not getting that happy ending.
I'm not getting that, but I mean, there's always like a smile at the end. But I suffer. I suffer a lot during the day. I suffer putting the surprise together
continue?
because I love it.
Okay.
It fits me love. It fits me. I don't know. There's something inside, and I love it. But I understand every surprise.
That's the problem.
Every surprise, it is a
I
nightmare.
don't like them.
I
don't like to be surprised. The fuck, it's like surprise. Like I don't know. It's just like why? I like to know I need to know what's going to happen to me. I need to know what's going to happen to me. I need to know what's going to happen to me. It's never going to happen because he loves surprises. So
I want to say, I think St. Valentine's Day is a very, very interesting time of the year and day of the year for couples to really, work on, strength their relationship and address like any issues and really focus, on the personal stuff instead of focusing on the materialistic things.
Well.
Don't you think?
If it can go either way, darling. Valentine's Day can either make you work on something because you're going to put the effort in to give the woman what you think she wants, right? And the love and the everything else. But boy, if you have cracks, is Valentine's Day one of the days that they are magnified? That, my God, everything can blow up.
100%, because people think they can just cure all those issues with an amazing St. Valentine's surprise with a crazy present, and in reality, it's just hidden all the shit that is behind the relationships.
Well, you could go to Hermes and get me a Birkin. I would be good with that.
It's not happening this year.
Okay, fine. So yes, I think it can make people feel the loneliest or the happiest, and that's where it's such a difficult holiday. It's kind of like Christmas. You're either really, really happy or really, really lonely, and it's a difficult one. Do we need it? Probably not.
Obviously, we need it, honey. Obviously, we need it. I think we have to take the unnecessary pressure out of that day. It just should be a beautiful day to just wake up with a different switch in your mind that you have to be happy, you have to smile.
But I have that switch every day. I actually.
But that's you, honey. There's so many people out there that they don't.
Well,
even if you are lonely.
Why I'm teaching them? Why are we teaching them that they should just have that switch on a
not that day, but that day could be a switch for the rest of the year. So that really day, it could be just today. Just be happy. Smile to the delivery guy that you order food from. It could be anything, but it's just like it's a beautiful day that everybody should be happy.
First of all, I have to love whatever surprise you've organized. Then we have to have.
I mean, you don't have to, but most of them are amazing, and no one will ever do it. So you love it because they just know the way.
He has done some pretty
Thank
spectacular
you.
ones.
I've done some crazy things. You remember that like massive
Heart in the
heart
petals. Yeah.
with the petals. That was
that was
crazy.
amazing.
I spent, I think, 7 hours on
And
that
he
one.
got up at like 3 a.m. and started.
That was
I don't think he slept.
crazy.
You do amazing things. You are an amazing, amazing, amazing cuddle muffin. How I've ended up with you, I will never know. It's actually really funny. I know all of you out there think we're going to end up divorced, but it's somehow this really, really, really works. It's very
100%.
funny.
It's very funny.
It's like,
And I think it's a very, very interesting topic that really opposites attracts. Because he's completely different than me. But, you know, there's so many different things that we don't have each other in common. But then I think the most important thing is that the pillar, the main, structure of the
you have
body,
the same values as
the
me.
same values.
And the thing is about him, like, he's the same values and he's a good core, solid man at the center. And
And also because of my parents, because Caroline always, complained, criticized, always talk shit about my parents. I
I
understand.
don't talk shit.
Not
about
shit,
your
but you know what I mean.
parents.
In English, I don't know how you say it.
Yeah,
Parents,
not that, because if
we
they're
love you.
listening, we love you.
No, we love you so
I'm
much.
just-
They don't listen, honey, but it's fine. But you know what I mean? Like Caroline always like complained, oh my God, you have so much love for them, whatever. But you should say thanks to them because I am who I am, because my mom, my dad, they always teach me since I was a baby that life should be all about giving, should be all about protecting and loving the person next to you. And that's the values I, grew up
the
with.
values that you have as well is you're hardworking, you're kind, you're good to people.
But that was because of my parents.
And that's enough. Like one of our best friends called me the other day. Well, I can name names. Larsa Pippin. Okay, love Larsa, and I know Larsa gets a lot of bad rap in
I
America.
love Larsa. She's one of the most beautiful humans.
Yeah, she gets a bad rap because of the way she looks, big boobs, big bum. She's kind of very sexual, sexy, and but I know her. She is a good. We've been friends a long, 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 long time. Anyway, Larsa used to have this ridiculous list of what the guy needed to have. She called me yesterday and she was like, well, this guy just has this, but he's a good human. I said, oh, there you go. And the thing is, in today's world, you can make everything together and have a good life together. And there is genuinely nothing I wish for anymore because, although I would like some space sometimes. That is one thing that we were going to start and do a list of boundaries, but that's age and things that we're learning, and you're going to do a list of boundaries for me?
Yes, 100%. But we would like so many things from each other. You just have to work on it together and then, help each other to grow. Because
The
I
good
think
thing is he does.
most of the people...
You
Honey, yesterday I didn't even see you, so just,
your work. You do work on things.
100%. And I think that's how it should be. And the problem is...
Too many people just walk away.
And you have, one of the things that, and then you have so many stereotypes in your mind of how your partner should be. And I think it's completely wrong. It's really completely wrong. You have to focus on just getting a good human. And if you are single out there, listening is because your things in your head that you have that should be right about a man, they're completely wrong. They're really completely wrong. You might just, unexpectedly find someone.
Well, that's it. It's not about lowering your expectations. It's understanding
Adjusting your expectations.
Yes, because we have this been given this sort of ideal man scenario, right? That he has to be the guy that's going to sweep you off your feet, take care of you for the rest of your life, make everything easy for you. He's your lover. He's your partner. He's your best friend. He's the father to your kids. He sweeps you off your feet. He's your romantic person. He does all of these things, but what are you doing in
100%.
all of this? Like, what is your role? And that is why men today are choosing to be on their own. And I live in Dubai. I don't think there's anywhere it's become more obvious than Dubai how, hard it is to find and stay with a partner.
I had so many expectations when I was single and I wanted to meet my dream wife, and all of a sudden, when I met Caroline, she literally covered everything I always wanted. But there were so many things that it was just not really fitting into my ideal profile of a wife, which was like, Catholic, the way she walks.
You say alcoholic?
No, Catholic. Well, alcoholic, Catholic, just the way she walks, just the 3 kids, the whole family, the age gap. There were so many things, but honestly, everything I did, it was adjusting my expectations. And somehow, on the longer term, I got everything I always dream of having. and we built this amazing life together. And it was just because of that simple move I decided to do. So I know I was so young, I was 24, but I understood that I could shape her into the ideal wife that I wanted, and she understood that from me. So we shape each other personalities into who we are today, and that's why we're working together. And I think that's what you should do. You should really adjust your values and expectations about the man that you want to meet, and it will come to you.
Just as long as you have a friendship, you enjoy each other, take the pressure off Valentine's Day. He's not a mind reader, because I think we have this. Again, I don't know what people think that Valentine's Day is going to be this thing where you're just sprinkled with an overwhelming feeling of love, and suddenly life is, going to be so much better with your man. Like, everyone has to put time in. Everybody has to try. Everyone has to put as much effort as the other one. And, we have to be grateful. My Valentine's Day may not be the same ideal Valentine's Day as his, right? But I have to be grateful that he's even thought about it, that he wants to do it, all of these things, because he's the one that thinks like that. I don't.
I suggest you, in Valentine's Day, just wake up in the morning and just do a little surprise for someone in your life that is next to you. It could be anybody or someone that you're going to see that day. Just a little thing just to make the other person happy. And it will make you feel so happy that will change your day. And that's what it's all about.
I don't know. That could be a bit weird too. Sorry, darling.
Why?
It's Valentine's Day. If my husband went off and did something nice for another woman
No.
that he knows close to him just for Valentine's Day to make her feel good, I'd be fucking furious. Scrap that. That is the worst advice I've ever heard.
No, shut up, honey. It's not about another women, honey. If you are single, honey, out there, if you are lonely, if you feel lonely, that's what you should do. Just make a little surprise. Do something special for someone that you're going to see during the day, someone next to you. That's all. And it will make you feel that you have loved from someone. That's all. That's what it's all about.
And if you can't afford big gifts and you can't afford the expensive dinner, don't feel bad about it. Like, don't feel that you have to do it. Don't do it. Like, literally, don't fucking do it. Because,
100% no.
Cook at home. Get a balloon and do it at home. Go to a, you don't
buy in
need
Amazon for $50.
Yeah.
A project
$50 is still a lot for some people.
for there's a projector for $30. You attach to the phone and you put it could be anything. It's about making the effort. It doesn't have to be about money.
For them.
It doesn't have to be about money.
It doesn't have to be. We need to get the materialism
Even
out of these fucking holidays.
In the beginning of the relationship, I literally was not making money, and I was still making that day special with little things.
Yeah, that's the one thing Sergio's always shown me. No matter where he was in life, right, and has been different stages of his life, he knew the value of maybe he couldn't give me the things that that other women got, but he showed me the love and made me feel more special, so that my really rich girlfriends who get everything.
They were jealous. And I didn't have any money. And I was like, look, honey, I made this for you, this for you.
Walls of handbags. And
roses, crazy things,
shit.
boom.
And then they're watching him get out of bed and do collages. And
balloons, collages, photos. I used to go to just this supermarket so cheap and just get the cheapest flowers, but I was just making it so special and she loved it. It's all about making the effort for the people that you love. That's it. Stop about thinking about all the materialistic things. It's not about that. That's all I just hate when people are
why people end up on their own. That really is why people end up on their own. Yes, he annoys me. Yes, there are times that, you'd like space, right? But at the end of the day, the rest of it, we work so well together. We giggle together. We have amazing sex. And it's always changing, by the way, which is also another thing. We
always
really work
changing.
on that. Yeah. We really, really work on that and really have fun.
Actually, yesterday was so good.
We really have fun together. It was so nice. And, every time you think it can't get better, it gets better. And then I'm thinking, why is it getting better? But it just does, because we're very, very connected. I may be an asshole to him. You may think he needs
Oh my gosh, he's literally an asshole.
But, he knows that that's just
it's just
who I am.
Exactly. Even just today, for example, she was on a phone call here. I've never met a wife that she wake up in the morning and she's literally on the phone call and she's doing this to me with the finger, doing this. I'm like, what is she doing? She's like, what is she doing? I'm like, I've never met someone, and all she wanted is for me to get her a coffee. I'm like, oh my god, she was like this. I'm like, oh my god, she's literally
I had to do a business call, darling, without my coffee.
Just shut up, honey. You don't do that. But yeah, it's just so funny.
Zoom. How is it gonna get his attention? I had to do hand gestures.
No, there was a lot of hands give me a coffee.
I was
I'm
so
oh my god,
desperate for the coffee, and I was listening to a lot of men. Anyway, I think the fact is that life has changed. No matter, I think whatever the LA fires, all of these things that are happening in the world, um, I think it's humbled us. It's really humbled us. And as I said before, living in the Middle East, again, he's never going to get me the number one gift that anyone's given in the Middle East. So we don't compete. We don't try to. We do what we're happy where we are.
And now we have
love-
everything, to be honest. Like
Yeah.
we don't wish for anything else. So it's about making that little special day. Just something. It could be anything. It could be just I don't
We
know.
celebrate our
anything,
friends. We were out
you
on the
know?
weekend. We celebrate our friends. We love our friends. Get your group together. Make yourself, thank the Lord for everyone in your life. And that's it, darling. So,
Yeah.
we're going in, after saying all this, off we go on a Valentine's weekend, which he's, of course, organized.
We're
So
going. I'm super excited,
fuck
and
knows what's going to happen to me. I'll let you know.
there are not that many things organized.
good.
There's nothing. It was just something relaxed by the beach. It's nice, But thank you so much for listening. We love you. Happy Valentine's, and
Guys, you've got to subscribe. Just subscribe. You're all listening. Subscribe.
yeah, subscribe.
you
Help us
guys.
grow. I'm so proud of Caroline, what she's building, the amazing community of women, because they are actually incredible.
Oh, and next
And,
week,
you know.
I'm going to be talking to Elizabeth Pearson just before we go because my retreat is here. Overnight, we sold out 50%, which is amazing.
So excited.
I think I've got 8 spots left. Who's coming to Arizona to talk financial freedom, relationships, so much more.
Everything.
Coming unstuck in your 40s.
So if you want to come, please send us a DM because we always look,
Yeah.
and we'd love to have you. We love you.
Lots of love.
Happy Valentine's
Thank
to
you for
everybody.
listening. Happy Valentine's.